Guys, welcome to Sunday. It's Sunday again already. The week flies by. I had a video went crazy. It was one about how Justin Trudeau just rants on. He did a speech at a 2022 speech dinner thing where he's supposed to be quite funny and stuff, and he wasn't funny. No, he was calling Pierre Poilievre a mustachy man, and yeah, it wasn't funny. So I put that on because he pretty much shows how nuts he is. It got a lot of views. People like to see how crazy their governing officials are. Okay, what else we got? Oh yeah, I found a better editor so that when I have somebody in my car, there's no one in today, it actually looks a bit cleaner. So I hope you enjoyed that video as well with Freeland, although it's Freeland and no one likes to listen to Fleeland. Only fleeing when she's going across Alberta, obviously. Very fast in a car. Okay, CBC. Bonuses. What's going on? Are they going to pay bonuses? CBC President Catherine Tate cautioned over executive bonuses after mass layoff. Yeah, they laid off a load of people, didn't they? Because I did a meme. I did a meme, and you guys, like nearly everybody who's going to vote against Trudeau for Poilievre, nobody watches CBC. Everybody knows it's the corporate news outlet for Justin Trudeau. Here's Catherine Tate trying to dodge the question.
$16 million were paid in bonuses in 2022. Can we establish that that is not happening this year?
It's too early to say where we are for this year. We'll be looking at that like we do all our line items in the coming months.
So there's a chance bonuses could still happen at a time when jobs are being cut?
I'm not going to comment on something that hasn't been discussed at this point. So
on December the 12th, the House of Commons Heritage Committee told CBC CEO Catherine Tate that paying staff $60 million in annual bonuses constituted an inappropriate expenditure. I can only just see this. I forgot to put my glasses on. So it looks a bit blurry at the moment. Given the job cuts announced at CBC for 2024, it would be inappropriate for the CBC to grant bonuses to executive members, the committee wrote in a report to Parliament. Can you imagine giving $1 million bonuses to people while at the same time you're sat at home with no money, no job, and you're watching these people get bumper bonuses for nothing, really? Despite receiving $1.3 billion with a B in taxpayer funds last fiscal year, the state broadcaster meandered its way to a $125 million shortfall. Wow. They blamed the fierce competition from the digital giants over frivolous spending on salaries, leading to 626 job cuts. I think digital news is fine. It's if it's the truth, and if it's promoting honest opinion, although we aren't really allowed opinion in Canada, but if it did promote honest opinion, I'd be happy with that. Yeah. According to Canada Taxpayers Federation, CTF, the number of CBC staffers taking home six-figure salaries has increased yearly since 2015. 2015, that date rings a bell. The state broadcaster paid 144 corporate directors $135,000 annually on average. That's not including bonuses or expenses. Huh. During the pandemic, they managed to pay millions more bonuses, including $15 million in 2020 to $15 million to 1,000 employees. That's a lot of money each. And $16 million the following year to 108 more employees during the pandemic, while we were all struggling to pay bills, and lots of people got fired from the jobs for not getting the tiki thing. Jeppy. Wow. As a result, 80% of its staff worked remotely, with evening TV newscasts suspended for the first time since 1952. So they got bonuses for doing less. Give us a bonus. just give me one. So that leads us nicely onto some comments for the CBC mem that we did. So let's have a look at those comments. Wayne says,
I played golf with a gentleman, now deceased, who was high up in the engineering in the CBC, and he told me that he could not believe the waste of money that the CBC goes through. Thankfully, he has pointed out our government has no lack of funds that can be accessed for the simplest and most nonsensical reasons, just to do a simple shoot for a news story.
Thanks, Wayne. And Patty says,
Nope, haven't watched in years. Amazes me that they can still do it all with a straight face.
Yeah. Did you hear the guy the other day? Well, if you're in Ontario, did you hear the guy on CBC asking Doug Ford, about, what if we put beer in gas stations?
We got to treat our people of Ontario like adults, and that's what we're doing.
We've had beer in gas stations in England for years, and it doesn't bother anyone. You know what I mean? We're grown-ups. We don't drink and drive. Sunflowerist says,
Never cared, always known they tell you lies even as a young woman. I've been awake to a lot of things. So sad people are still asleep.
Yep, still plenty. Sorry. Go get your Timmies. Go get your Timmies. I'm not sponsored by Timmies, by the way, but if there's anyone at Timmies wants to sponsor the channel, and we could sit here all day. User says,
the only reason I watch it anymore is to see what our government wants the simpletons to believe.
Sheeple. Simpletons, sheeple. Same thing. Barry says,
have not watched in 30 plus years. Hate their liberal bias.
Let's have a quick look at the unbelievable news. What did you guys think of that format when I did? I didn't know what to do with them news stories, to be honest. They were unbelievable. So I just did an unbelievable news. Got nearly 400 views, which is pretty good. Tony says,
Joe Rogan has a good take on Canada and Trudeau. He said Trudeau can eat crepes.
Yeah, without the S. Kirky Young says,
true dictator, evil corrupt dictator. Exactly.
And then we got I got Freeland in my car, but I used a different app to cut her out and put her in my car, because I know it looks real, but she's not really in my car. I don't think she even knows about us yet. Anyway, I thought it looked quite good. Anyway, Liberals believe their own lies. Freeland in my car. And we got Don saying,
there is no accountability, so the lies will continue. Even with the proof in front of our eyes, the lies keep coming.
They do, yeah. They just, I got a video on Monday, just going to go through Trudeau's speech he did the other day. And it's just full of BS. And it's lies. I fact checked it and put the truth over the top. Tune in on Monday and you'll see that. Tomorrow. Tune in tomorrow. You'll see it. Hopefully. MBWYOT. Funny name, that. Funny name. I don't know how you got. Is that on your passport?
With nothing and no one holds them accountable, they continue to be corrupt. It's just more in our face now.
Tony says,
she is totally clueless. I criticised her back on Facebook, and her people came back with a response that she is a Rhodes Scholar, and responded back that if you based it on education, then Jordan Peterson is more educated and could be the finance minister. I know he could do a better job than her.
I think Kermit the Frog could do a better job than her. Norm says,
10 lies at least in a minute. Give her a speeding ticket.
Yeah, speedy lies there. Speedy BS that she churns out every time she gets in front of a microphone and a CBC camera. Terrible. Rich Moore says,
so many of the benefits they rave about can only be enjoyed by a small portion of Canadians. You don't qualify for said benefit, there are massive backlogs, or it just doesn't exist near you.
Exactly. Like, half of this stuff that they're pumping out and saying, oh, get this. If you lasted this long and you're getting $10 childcare, leave me a comment. If you're paying full price, leave me a comment. Tell me, are you getting $10 childcare or not? Let's leave it at that. I'll see you on Monday. Cheers, guys. Thanks for subbing and subscribing and doing all that stuff. This channel has ballooned a little bit faster than I thought it would do. But I'm hanging in there. I'm doing this. I'm sticking to it at least until we get to an election. And then what we'll do then, we'll keep an eye on Pierre when he wins the election, and we'll make sure he does exactly what he says on the tin. Till next time.